recording. All right.
What was that?
We'll call the meeting to order. Do I have your attention yet? Wow, let's try that again. No more gaveling. All right, is that going to work for us? All right. So we'll call the meeting to order. Karen, roll call, please.
Here.
Here. John.
Here.
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 Kathy. Here.
And as we have been doing the past several meetings, we'll give an opportunity for citizen comment prior to the beginning of the agenda. Hearing nothing, we'll move past that. I think I also need to get a motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll make that motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Doug, aye.
John, aye.
Jerry, aye.
Kathy.
And then first up is the consent agenda. We didn't approve, that was the motion for the agenda, right? Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second that. Doug, aye.
John, aye.
Jerry, aye.
Kathy.
All right. Next on the agenda is the wastewater treatment facility project. Happy to announce that the bid opening has been completed. We've got IIW here who did the bid opening. Gentlemen, did you want to speak at all as to the takeaways from looking at the bids for the project?
Yeah, sure. We received, or the city receives, 8 bids. 7 of them were red. One of them had a discrepancy in it, so we did not read that one. The low bid was from Peosta Construction here just outside of town. Their bid was $7,649,000. And the bid alternate number 1 to potentially add to that was $192,000. So theirs was the lowest bid, both of those included. Sorry. And so we issued issued a recommendation letter to the city maybe a day after that with that bid tabulation in place. So if you guys have any questions, I'd like to answer.
Your experience, Portson's well qualified for the kind of work we'll be asking them to do.
Yes, we worked with them on a couple of other projects, including a wastewater treatment facility back in 2017. So pretty recent.
Any questions from the council?
Just remind me again what the alternate number 1 is.
So the alternate number 1 was for aluminum domes to go over to the secondary clarifiers. So right now they're concrete structures sticking up out of the ground about 3 feet. These would be aluminum sidewalls to get it up to about an 8-foot head height before it went to a kind of geodesic shallow dome over the top.
What was the advantage or disadvantage of having them or not having them?
The purpose of that was for winter weather protection. So the structures, the clarifier structures, their process is to allow water to be in a calm state so that the material is suspended in a very mixed up aeration zone will be separated so you get clear water on the top and then solid on the bottom. While having that kind of solid, that very calm surface in the winter, you can imagine that freezes up. And you've got rotating equipment, so there's weatherization and things that you can do as a part of that winterization process. So having the covers over the top limits that the amount of that freezing that you would expect.
If we don't need the dome, John, we still have to put something around there for.
Yeah, it kind of just depends on how things go. I mean, right now, the prevailing winds out of the north, you've got a pretty good break coming there. So it's got to go up over the tracks and come down in the middle to actually get to where the clarifiers are at. So I'm not sure that necessarily like a short break wall is necessarily going to achieve what you need to do that. Cover is just size. Yes. Yeah, it's not like, it's not gonna be like a lagoon where somebody might think that it's a detention basin or something like that, where somebody might think, oh, I can go fishing down there and find a turtle or something. It's gonna be pretty gray and concrete.
So you're concerned more about safety?
Yeah.
And from an OSHA perspective, we will have the walls that come up to about, where they're at least 3.5 feet tall, it's just gonna be the concrete wall. Where it's lower than 3.5 feet, we will have guardrail that extends around there to at least provide a minimum of 3.5 feet, so there's no fall and type hazard that exists.
So these domes, if you think around other similar facilities at our latitude, are they typically used or similar projects, other areas around here?
Well, there's plenty of facilities that don't have them. Asbury does not have any kind of dome over there clarified. I'm sure similar size, obviously similar latitude. Dyersville, we just went on a project over there and they actually put a coverall building over the top. It has a similar setup. It just kind of depends on the landscape, depends on how much you want to put up with sometimes from the owner perspective, the operator perspective, to winterize it and things like that. So.
Okay. And we're not deciding on that tonight, right? This isn't a...
I think EDA, I didn't think you had needed to decide on it.
Yeah,
I think
we already, I touched on this briefly at the work session. Dean and I already talked, and he said the operators would prefer to try to operate, or see how that operates without it before they make this kind of a dollar. I don't know,
That's what I was looking for. Is this isn't the meeting at which we're going to decide whether we go with the option or not.
No, we
So-
decided to not go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That clarifies it.
Well, it had to be decided, so we, Dean, do you want to reinforce that?
I don't know. My opinion is it's just going to be more of an inconvenience, more so than a convenience to us. I think we try to see how we get by with, throughout maybe a couple of winters. I mean, every winter's going to be different, obviously, depending on the temperature. Maybe just save our funds and put it toward, like Iredell did, food, like in the building. In the future, if it does become a real issue. I think it'll help a lot more.
All right. Any other discussion on the bids? Eldon, thank you. The next item is the resolution, which we are tabling. We understand procedurally we can't act on that today. So we'll table that for next meeting.
We will need a motion on that.
I'll make a motion to table the resolution awarding contract wastewater treatment plant.
Second that. Doug, aye.
John, aye. Jeremy, aye.
And then last on the wastewater treatment facility is we will need a resolution to set a date for a public hearing on a proposal to enter into the sewer revenue loan and disbursement agreement.
So does that have to be after we award the contract?
No, the contract and the loan don't really have anything technically to do with each other, so.
So these can happen at the same
Yeah,
meeting?
our attorney here.
So we would want that motion for July 14th.
We should award the contract at the next meeting. We just have, we're waiting for a set number.
So the public hearing date of July 14th?
Oh, that's all right, yes.
I'll make a motion for the public hearing on the proposal to enter into sewer loan, revenue loan distribute agreement and borrow money thereunder for July 14th.
I'll second. Doug, aye.
John, aye.
Jerry, aye.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Peosta Community Center. Stacy, we've got your report. What would
Yeah,
you?
so I have a couple updates on the report. One of the things I have on here is regarding to you all. We are actually moving forward with that program. After I sent out the email, the vast majority of people said they absolutely would do Sundays. I think I only had 2 actually that said that they couldn't. So let's keep all moving forward on that starting Sundays. I want to say the 21st. And then another thing I don't have on here is soccer. We already started in Dyersville Soccer League. Usually registration would have been taking place much sooner than this, but with everything kind of questionable, we did the registration out until this week. So registration for that is now open. Registrations have been coming in pretty quickly. So kind of above this stuff. Do you guys have any questions that we have to start on that?
Are there any receptions recently?
Yeah, so we have our first one through 20th, and then we have a couple weeks off, and then they start in July. So, yes.
Are there any regulations concerning those? As far as the crowd size?
In crowd size, space per tables, having the signage, we're working on all of that to make sure. And then on top of that, both for other people here coming in, candle lighting, I've actually sort of approved, that kind of stuff. So there's definitely going to be regulations. So yeah, so our first one started out with our first night. We're very much going to be like our anything we go and see kind of how it goes. So it'll be interesting.
How about racquetball courts and are they gonna be open anytime soon?
Racquetball courts are open. So, yeah, so, we went into phase 2, I think, last Monday, which essentially, racquetball courts were open before, which is saying either do it by yourself or with your immediate family. So phase 2, what we did was open it up to, so that 2 people can go in, they don't have to be related. And then allowing all non-contact sports, so volleyball, pickleball, anything that's not where they're in each other's faces, i.e. basketball, they can have to. And that basically went with the governor, when the governor opened up to say baseball outside. Part of it also said that it was raining, it was whatever, they can absolutely go inside to participate. So kind of made that decision an easy one as far as opening that up.
Any other discussion for the community center?
Have anybody inspected or taken a look at the nets and the batting cages?
The nets and the batting cage for Steve.
No, the youth fields. There's a few holes in there. And I'm just concerned that someone's going to hit one through those. Matter of fact, I witnessed it myself with my kids.
Both those nets are fairly new. Like,
Yeah, it's the south batting cage that I noticed.
okay. Happy to take a look at it and see what, yeah, absolutely. I know Casey Bryan actually talked to me about batting cage at Steve, which is why I asked about it, because essentially it's not in great shape, so I'm kind of looking at that one too to see what kind of upgrades we can do to it to make it playable.
Anything else for Stacy? All right, Stacy, I understand you've had to make a lot of interesting decisions that you never thought you'd be making over the past month or so.
Yes.
Thanks for your leadership on that. Next up is police, Chief Comer. And I see you have the mic.
You now. So you guys have my monthly reports. The one thing I just wanted to give you an update on is with our monthly reports, the numbers are down due to COVID, and it's all law enforcement agencies are spending this year. Just wanted to throw that in there. But we're still keeping busy. With that, calls for service and arrest. You guys remember SunGuard, the software I got? Well, I remember, now I'm getting more bits of information that I can get out of that. I'm just starting to learn that we need graphs out of that. So I'm going to try to bring some graphs to you guys to show, graphs are just easier to read than all of that. So hopefully I can get you, spikes, certain things if that's what you guys are looking for, or, we can kind of use some things for that. So I'm going to try to get you guys some graphs. And, I don't know how soon, but hopefully the next meeting, possibly 2 from now. I'm still learning the system yet. Humane Society, it's that time of year for the contract. It's going to be brought up the June 23rd meeting, but basically everything's going up. It's $110 to $80 compared, so basically $5 each is what they're going up, and that's just due to the cost of business, throughout the years. And that's about all I got for you, other than we want to talk about the protest. We've been fortunate on that so far, that we've been on that, I have concern, but, managing it, looking into it, we're working well with New County, City of View, the summer rise, and we'll be ready for it. Other than that, I'll swear.
Anything else for
So I was
Chief?
looking through this sheriff, basically what the sheriff department's done.
Yep.
For the majority of it, looks like a lot of them are just business checks, right?
Yeah, a lot of those are business checks. They come in overnight, and if somebody's not on here, they still come in even if somebody's here, but they come out and do business checks quite often here. They get all the small towns to do that. Yeah.
Are those scheduled or are they on demand?
I can't hear you.
Are those scheduled or are they on demand?
No, not scheduled. Just whenever they're in the area, they just have to just drive through it.
So it's just ad hoc?
Yep.
Okay. I wondered about that.
Some probably are scheduled to do business checks. Say if somebody were to contact them. A lot of those business checks probably are out in the county, but they show a kiosk and address too. But a lot of them are business checks, at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, that they're just roaming through and checking like 9 a.m. and just going through certain businesses, Subway, that kind of stuff. That they're just in the area, they'll pull on the doors. Our guys do that too.
Anything else for Chief Coleman? All right, same story there, Mike. A lot of strange circumstances right now. Thanks for your leadership on that.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, Dean, you took the mic, so I'm assuming we're up to Public Works.
I took it because Mike passed it on. Just I'll continue passing it down.
So we've got your monthly report in front of us. Anything that you'd want to highlight here?
Not really, nothing to add to that. Is everyone happy in the neighborhood up there with the street project overlay?
Yes.
Turned out rather well.
Yeah.
Got construction going on in Deerwood, so that's going to be a good year as well. So, yeah, doing that in the summer is going to be a rather busy summer.
When is Deerwood slated to start?
Deerwood started.
What's that?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did you say Deerwood?
No, not Deerwood. When did those the what street is that?
Deerwood?
Yeah.
Deerwood,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's there.
Did I miss it? Huh? Brady.
One by the tracks?
Yeah.
That's not Deerwood, is it?
No, Deerwood's
Both
By
Tracks.
yeah.
Yeah. Both projects are together, John.
Right.
They did start this week.
Yeah.
Started Monday.
Deerwood, they started digging on.
Did they?
Yeah.
Up top.
They're actually working
They
on
said the
it.
road closed.
I gotta pay attention when driving through town. What was it you drive through?
Yes, sir. Even like you go by.
There was some talk about the compost a month or two back and use of it. Since we put signage up, have we seen any evidence of behavior changes?
I don't think we've actually seen behavior changes yet, but Mike and his staff are addressing it a little stiffer. And I noticed,
What was the problem?
The main problem is out of towners, that people that are not in city limits, they're coming for birds and birds that are coming in, dumping grass clippings and dumping like tree branches. And they're not allowed to do that because they don't live in city limits.
Yeah.
So when Zach actually, he had an interaction with somebody.
Yeah.
And I have a name, and he stopped them, and he told Zach, the council
that could be the next step, adding cameras, but that camera only goes so far too.
You gotta take the time to go see the camera feed and find it.
So we just sit up there with the paintball then?
And in all reality, we are gonna have to enforce that a little bit heavier, because once we get the new site, we're not gonna have a disposal site like we have now, the capability of burning the trees. So, we're gonna have to look at some way of managing that a little bit better, maybe shipping them or something with that, with them tree branches. So, we obviously don't want to run outsiders where we're adding much work for ourselves.
With chipping work, we just have mulch sitting there available that people can take if they need it. They can chip it.
So, I mean, if they wanted those type of chips, yeah. But I don't think, it's gonna be a real high. I mean, most people are after, I think most people are after the color mulch and stuff like that, for that kind of area. So,
Do we have signage that back there that says that it's just for city residents?
pretty example.
You should drive that
Part of
out
the problem.
No, I've been there many times. I've never been to it.
Is,
They consider themselves part of the city.
Well, that, and we push on Facebook and whatnot, to get information out to the residents, but anybody can see that. So, you say it's for city residents only, but people know it's there.
In all honesty, people are driving right by the sign, and just don't.
Right, because I mean, I imagine they feel that they're part of the city, yeah.
Don't ask them. Don't eat parties.
What the benefits?
Because they don't want that.
All right. Anything else on the monthly report for Dean? Hearing nothing, we'll move along also under Public Works to the amendments to the land development requirements. Highlighting on the document the changes to the warranty and the performance bond. So we can have discussion on that, leading to a resolution approving it. Have you already given narrative on this to each of the council members, or did you want to do that quickly?
Happy to, sorry. So, we previously were requiring 100% in that warranty for 1 year, so we're reducing to 25% for 2 years, which is consistent with surrounding communities and also frees up capital for developers to continue investing in the community, and it still covers us very nicely. The probability of 100% of the infrastructure that is all failing is non-existent. So this is a good compromise as we both value add to both the city and the developers.
So Whitney, both of these amendments are making it a little bit more friendly for businesses, developers to work with the city,
Absolutely.
but not excessively exposing the city to any significant additional risk.
No, absolutely not.
So if we're good with it, we could take a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the land development requirements amendment.
I'll second.
Doug, aye.
John, I.
Jerry, aye.
Kathy, aye.
And also under Public Works, we'll talk briefly about the Thunder Valley Estates Phase 2 infrastructure. What's up for us now is resolution accepting the water main, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer street paving in Thunder Valley Estates Phase 2. You've been in touch with this, Dean, I presume, been well aware of what they're doing. That
Yeah,
we're-
Dean inspected it.
Yeah, we're talking about
Thunder Valley too.
Yes.
the infrastructure at
Yes.
Thunder Valley too.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you want to just address the council on your recommendation for accepting that?
So basically, it was last week, I think, one day, went through, popped all the manhole lids, wrote down all the storm sewer intakes, and basically made sure all valves were accessible. And other than that, I think, well, just basically the part cracks on the street pavement. So there was a few punch items, and I will take care of them yet this week, possibly tomorrow. I actually talked to Horseville today about it.
All right.
I'll make a motion accepting, a resolution accepting water main, sanitary sewers, street paving on the Thunder Valley Estates Phase 2.
Second that. Doug, aye.
John, I.
Jerry, aye.
A lot of good discussion this time around, Dean. Again, strange times. Thank you for your leadership in Public Works. All right, the next item, 7A, the GDDC presentation. We once again are up against a constraint where Dan can't be here tonight, so that'll be tabled for the next meeting.
That'll be tabled until July.
Thank you, Karen. It'll be tabled until July. So we'll move next down to setting a public hearing date for the Community Development Block Grant. Looking for a public hearing on June 23rd.
This is the grant that Karen and Stacy put together, but it does require a public hearing as all CDBG projects. So it's just, this will just unlock those funds for us.
And these are the funds that we're using for the ultraviolet disinfection machine.
Yes.
Great find, by the way.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing date for June 23rd.
I'll second.
Doug, aye.
John, I.
Jerry, aye.
Kathy, aye.
And while we're doing well at setting public hearing dates, let's talk about the 2020 annexation applications. Here we're looking for a public hearing date on July 14th.
Make a motion to set a public hearing for the 2020 annexation applications for July 14th.
I'll second.
Doug, aye.
John, I.
Jerry, aye.
Kathy, aye.
All right, moving through administration, we're up to the food truck ordinance. The ordinance is attached, as is an example of a food truck application. This is a discussion item for tonight. There is no action for us to take.
I did get some feedback that the fee is, from Karen, that she feels like the fee is too high, or the resolution is not here. So currently, the way this is set up is for a one-time annual permit fee of $200. So I think I'm hearing some interest in a one-time or daily fee. A daily fee also.
Weekly, something like that.
I agree.
Yeah, that's fine. So what numbers are you comfortable
Well, I think 200 is too high altogether because they're paying over 100 now, I think, for their food license.
If they have a state license and insurance, why do they have to have a city license?
The main reason for the city a fee would be to contribute to their costs for the city services that they are using, which would be what we would consider the equivalent of the current restaurant's taxes. Like Red Roof, every year pays the city, I mean, their portion to the city is like $1,500. And their total tax bill is like $4,000, about $1,500. So that's general fund money, so that covers, pays everyone, a portion of everyone's setting here. If when a food truck is there and the person cooking, has a heart attack, if there's an accident when they're back there in the roundabout, if there's a big oil spill that he has to come clean up, those are city services that they would be using or incurring. So that's where this actually was. It was brought to me, this issue was brought up by a restaurant, which certainly, I mean, they're all, in a single issue line, which is just fine, so they're representing their interests. But I had a conversation with Lexi today, and she said she's not able to be here tonight just because she's working, and I told her it was just discussion, and there really is coming up, so I hope to engage more. But yeah, the thought from a business perspective is that there's a cost and an investment they make in the city, and they see food trucks as, or they would like to see a like investment by food trucks and not entirely skirting that cost of doing business.
I would like to encourage food trucks in the city district.
Well, and that's why I agree with you, and I was hoping that a one-time fee would encourage, once you have made that investment, then as many times as you could come, only decreases that per time fee. There is, I'll say this in defense of my staff, I would like to simplify the structure in some way so that we aren't having to, there's not a lot of confusion between us and Mike in terms of who's permitted, who's not. For example, he's permitted today, but not tomorrow. So the original thought of the annual was like basically there's a no that's going to be, you're either permitted or you're not for the calendar year. But I can see the value of it. There's somebody who's only going to be here once a year or twice a year, so I don't know. I mean, that number, I think there's just going to be different comfort levels, and I don't think there's a wrong answer. I just think there's, that fee can be meant to, encourage or discourage, or there's a lot of different ways to look at this. So, again, I don't think there's.
I think I like the idea of encouraging food trucks to come out here, but I also can see the businesses that have established roots here, that have, paying property taxes, everything like that. And you see these other people coming in, setting up camp for 2-3 hours, really not investing into the community and not paying the same fees as they do.
They're not making as much money.
What's that?
I mean, their business is only in operation for those few hours.
No, I'm not saying, I don't know what the right number
I
is.
mean, the regular restaurants are all day business.
Right. I don't know what the right number is, but I think there's got to be something that they have an investment into the community. $200 a year, I don't know whether it's $50 a year. I don't know what the right number is, but
I'm much more comfortable with that.
But you know what I'm saying is that if I'm a business person and I'm.
And she's right, it might encourage more to.
If I'm a business owner that's here right now,
basis.
and I'm giving to local baseball teams and basketball teams, and I'm donating to all this stuff, and yet this other comes in for 2-3 hours, and they just get to come in, make the money, and leave. They're not investing in the community, so maybe this will help invest them in the community. And again, what the right number is, I don't know.
It's just another way of doing business, but that's how they make their living. It's just.
Do we know, does Dubuque, does Asbury, does Farley, do they have anything like this?
Yeah, Dubuque does. They have a pretty extensive permit. Their fees are more.
They were more than 250 too.
They did, but we.
Yeah, but they have a ton of locations that they can
Right, and
like somebody like Farley, where Cascade, even.
I think so. Duxford does because they recently implemented theirs. I think Cascade, I believe she putting together their ordinance because there was a communication going between I believe Dyersville does not, shouldn't say that. There is a, it's about 50/50 in the communities around here who are, using it or not. In a lot of cities, the food trucks are parked still on city property. It's really very common if you do like a city park. It's almost exclusively or in the road, in the right of way. So I mean, this is a little unique because they're generally housed on private property up there, so we don't really, some cities control it by controlling what's happening on their property, not necessarily the permitting process. For us, that's not really the case.
Can we control it if my IBM calls in a food truck for an employee event?
Yes, so we did talk about that, and if a business would call in a food truck for an event that they were gonna feed their employees and not be charging it, not charging, then we wouldn't charge
So
them for
so that's basically a cater.
Yeah.
That's like a just mechanism for catering. If people aren't paying for food, then you're not selling food.
But if IBM had a food truck up there that they were encouraging other industrial businesses to come in and use, then there would be a permit.
Like some businesses will, use different catering services for lunch.
Right.
I mean, the employees pay.
Well, that's a food truck.
That's a food truck.
Yeah, employees are paying for it.
Right, that's what I'm saying, so.
At least it's not a squeal.
Yeah.
How about the ice cream truck driving through town, and he comes through maybe once.
Yes,
Once every other week,
there
or,
was ordinances that had a separate push carts for.
I thought I saw that terminology in here.
Yeah, define push cart.
Well, he's not pushing the cart.
No.
But I think I personally
might
would
want
think that
to.
they would fall into the same category.
Yeah, we did. We elected to not. A couple of them some of them had them separated out as a separate charge, some for the rest. Yeah.
How does that work for like the broad team and then spend up there and like say or like an lemonade stand, like is that kind of just different?
Yeah, that's problematic because, so like right now, the restaurants need to follow coronavirus protocols and they're not, so that's gonna have to, and I have little kids that want to have a lemonade stand 3 times a day, so I get it, but
Well, this
I don't feel it's responsible to the city to,
doesn't preclude a lemonade stand in somebody's front yard.
we haven't really talked through that.
I
wouldn't believe so.
I thought I saw verbiage that at least convinced me that it'll take an amount to
that's
find.
not food sales, right? That's. And I went through that discussion when Rag comes through, we have a big celebration come through, is when this stuff really gets put to the test, so.
So is a temporary permit make sense for something like that?
Something like what?
For something like a lemonade stand.
No, for like a
You don't want those little kids to have to have a license.
No.
No.
I was just,
Something like some
Oh, wait, wait.
the Christmas trees.
Special
That
events.
for
You know
temporary.
what I mean? Special events.
Oh, right, yes, yeah, correct, yeah. If Rag said they were coming through, we would take this and we
Well,
would
that
slap a
would be
Rag logo
specific.
on it, and we would probably triple the charge.
Well,
I think we charged $900.
one of the items does list exempt vendors are permitted through the Peosta Economic Development Corp or other nonprofit community organization in conjunction with community special events shall be exempt from the requirements. So Peosta days, it would be required.
I think we need to have something, dollar amount, like everybody's saying, I don't know, food, but as of now, we wouldn't have the opportunity to keep a vendor, a food truck out, Sally's salads or something, because she's known to pass out bad salads, well, if we don't want her.
Doesn't she have to have a state license and be
she's gotta be certified.
inspected by the
The
state?
truck does, yeah.
Yeah.
But, if they don't pull that license, at least even if our fees is $5 for yearly fee, we would still have that opportunity to say, no, you got mighty again, a bunch of people got sick, you're not selling it,
regulated like that.
They
yeah.
would have to have a license to sell, yes.
Low fee.
So I'm going,
Yeah.
I'm going both ways on that.
A city,
No, it's not low.
Okay?
Oh,
I'm going both ways on the fee, Kathy, because
Yeah.
if you go, just say $200. So if I'm a truck vendor, I gotta pay $200. That means I need to be out here more, right? I mean, it's gonna encourage you to be out here more, or is it gonna encourage you not to get it?
Well, right, so right now, I don't wanna discourage
Right.
them from coming, there's only a limited number of them that are coming right now. So if they knew that they maybe had to, sign one of these, but it wasn't gonna be a big fee, maybe they would make it more of a, maybe they'd check it out. Before
Do
they.
we, I mean, how often do we have the food trucks like for lunch?
Yeah, I mean, more than early morning and.
The breakfast, the
Yeah,
coffee, the,
stadiums, hot dog, rock stands, stuff like that. My only concern
Yeah, so
with
there's
food trucks is we have the places of employment and they have their employees. And when we have the coffee stands up there and they have a line of people waiting for their cappuccino or whatever they can get from there. And the Casey store has their regular employees and they're paying them to stand around because of these vendor trucks that are pulling the business away. And it's no
Maybe
different
their
than-
cappuccino is better than
It very well might be, but I mean, we have those businesses in town that are paying revenue fuel.
right, we have to protect them too.
We also sent out an upkick on the, pizza place in Dubuque, Trump comes in and does that too, and, Cupcake, they come in and it seems to be a big line, around there. I mean, it causes, believe it or not, traffic jams.
I would check them.
Around the roundabout, they have it at the church, so I mean, are they included in this too then, Because those seem to be our biggest problem, I think, is when they come in here, which is great, don't get me wrong. We all love the pizza and the cupcakes. It's just, causes some issues with traffic.
Here's the thing with those, do they order those ahead of time or not?
So
You
it's,
call town
they
hall.
haven't been a big, I would say, coolers, and then you just go out, they come to your window and say, what do you want? And they'll give you how many pieces.
But I think that's been more of a COVID thing. I think that's,
It could be.
I think that's,
I'm just saying, there's been a lot
What's that?
more.
I don't wanna discourage that.
no, but I think
Right,
that's.
and I don't want to discourage that either, don't get me wrong, it's a great thing.
Right, I think it's been, that only started when they had to shut the restaurant down, and they wanted to create a
But I mean,
as
are
far as
they
the
included
revenue.
in this,
I think, I mean,
Because those are
You have to
businesses.
place the order for that, because I've done it a couple times. You have to
That's what I
order
was
it
asking.
from the top, so.
Oh, you have to order those ahead of time.
The top off,
Top
yeah.
off.
If they have some extras there, you order
Order
it.
ahead.
and just the fact that traffic control is needed, which is, obviously that's part of the job, but that's just where this should get kicked into the general fund to support.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great thing, people are lined up, down the street, it's a great crowd for it,
so I'm hearing
Yeah, it's open them up.
we've got about 5 different vendors.
Yeah, that'd probably educate us.
So we need to find a spot for the city and make it a food truck trailer court area, like all these bigger cities, Austin, Texas does it, it's awesome, it's a great place to go eat and have a good time. And then you can actually keep track.
Oh, I think those are largely like a visibility thing is the reason they have that. And we put them out here the road that it gets in the right way. We have this at a quick stop, we get called every time they put a sign on, it's like they call us. The permit doesn't allow them, they can have sign on those signs. They can have signs on their truck, they can have signage like out in the right.
Unless you're driving up there and you look over, if you wouldn't know if they're.
Right.
So we're not making a decision tonight, right?
No, and then again, that can be amended, it's
So
always easier to work off. of
can
that.
we get what some of these all smaller and Dubuque and
Yeah.
Smaller area.
yeah, just to see what. But I think we do, in a sense, have to protect the businesses in here, but I don't want to discourage them,
Right,
right?
right, so there has to be a.
That happy medium.
$200, you should almost have a token spot for it.
Yeah, well, we can cut it in half, we can review it, we would.
But I think they like-
That's what funds there.
Because that's where people don't buy.
Little spot of.
But do you think out here will drive?
You can drive by.
So a couple other tidbits I wrote down just for consideration on this. If we do want to consider maybe a one, at the extremes, a one-day permit or a season permit. For the one-day permit, we could just put a date on it, and then it doesn't require us keeping records of when it is. Just when it's given to them, it's given for a specific date. No different than buying an out-of-state fishing license. It just
Yeah,
comes with a date.
that's what we would do, it would just require, it's still gonna require oversight on police departments, say, to physically go to that. We will communicate with each other, but they'll physically have to go to the unit, ask to see their permit.
Well, it should be displayed according to this. You don't have to ask for it.
Right, yeah, that's true.
To your point, Mike, about the traffic jam, I noticed there's verbiage in here that says you have to be positioned in a way that you don't cause your patrons to queue up in a way that's hazardous. That might be a spot where, I might have missed it.
It's just only been an issue a couple times around the roundabout area.
We could put something in there about, you have to be located such that you're not causing a traffic backup either.
Okay, yeah, were they up in the church parking lot?
Yeah, that's where.
So
So what they did is they came,
Go on,
it was
here,
both ways,
there.
they came from both ways on Peosta. So the northbound traffic basically clogged up the roundabout, and
Right.
southbound tried to turn in, they're all trying to turn in.
Okay.
And nobody could turn into Fairway, they had to go through Casey's to go turn into Fairway. It was, believe it or not, it was a traffic jam for.
Well, I'm just thinking that, I bet you those businesses weren't happy that they're not paying a fee and I am.
Right.
So to that point, one other thought I had was, should we have verbiage in here where Peosta tax-paying businesses can get a permit for free? So the fee is zero if you're a tax-paying food service business in Peosta. That would allow them to compete, but they're already paying their taxes to the city through their commercial location. You following me?
If they want to come up to the parking lot and serve.
If they want to have mobile food service.
I don't have a problem with that. Because I would encourage.
Yeah, if they want to participate in it.
Right.
Great. Don't discourage.
Okay, so I will send you guys like ordinances, I'll make a few sheets of this, but will you guys ultimately favor and everybody should be your preferred cost for a 1 day? Without talking to each other, so just send them to me and at least then I can see where everybody's at.
Realize you'll get 6 opinions from 5 people.
Well, that's fine, but at least that'll be a place to start.
All right. Well, based on the conversation, it seems apparent that there is a need, and you've given us a really good starting point here, Whitney. Thank you. All right. That was just a discussion item, no action. So, last on our agenda, the last 3 items here are associated with, and actually it's just this one where we will go into a closed session to discuss.
Before we go into closed session, do you actually want to talk to Stacy about the part-time salary resolution? Or then she can.
I'm open to that. So that would be 7G.
Yes.
Let's do that. Stacy, did you want to provide some narrative or to this for us?
I was gonna say, I don't think anything has really changed, from what it's been in past, what it's been in past years, as far as individuals, what we've done it in the past is very much based on evaluation, based on their evaluation, we give them, increases. We have a lot of employees that are at their max, especially for fitness instructors, so that kind of is what it is. But yeah, no, otherwise nothing on here, has changed from last year, essentially.
So you mentioned where their level of compensation within the minimum and maximum
Correct.
is based on their performance.
Correct. Usually usually when we hire them in, they start at in the entry level, whatever, and then there has been times where I've done a bigger than 3% jump at usually July 1st, depending on who it is. So we usually start at entry level no matter what, and then depending on how their performance is, jump them. There are definitely some that are better than others.
And at these Minimax that you've outlined here, are you having any trouble retaining the valuable employees?
I don't, as far as like, I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, it's a struggle, it's been a struggle my entire time here to have front desk employees. Like, that's just.
To what?
To have, like, to find good front desk employees. Like, that's always been a struggle. I would say the ones that I have, the majority of the ones that I have, money doesn't necessarily matter because it's just, they like the people. Those are the people I can get. I can't get good workers for the front desk that need money. Does that make sense? I get the people that just want to have, a fun second job or, whatever. I don't have someone that money was an issue, I guess. So in terms of that, yes, I mean, it's a struggle as far as having.
Is it more the position than the pay?
I don't know that I would agree with that. I definitely have had many, this isn't worth my time.
I don't see.
But,
I mean, $8 an hour seems pretty low.
yeah, I mean, it's been a hot topic always. I just don't know, like, I mean, it used to be 7.25, it used to be minimum wage, so we jumped it a few years ago to at least make it 8. But it's that, where is that good starting point? Because that was advocate on everything. Some of the high school kids, I don't believe should be higher than even coming in. And so I think that's my struggle where I'm coming from is that I don't want to pay that $10 coming in until they show me that they earned $10 coming in. Because I could name one or two, not gonna name one or two, but I could name one or two that I wouldn't be okay with spending that on them.
But I don't know many high school jobs that are paying $10 an hour.
I think Fairway is particularly paying close, isn't it?
Are they?
I think they are.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
you're
the
targeting
Poly
it.
brand, same thing.
Really?
Yeah. You're making at least $13 an hour.
Okay.
Fitness, I think is fine. Bartender, we've got a flat rate, I think that's fine. So yeah, I think that has been my biggest struggle is front desk wages.
But if I'm understanding you right, offering more pay doesn't solve your problem.
I believe offering more pay would bring in a wider range of individuals, whereas right now that range is correct. Whereas right now those people are done before they even start looking because they get paid $8 or $9 and they're done. Does that make sense? I mean, my goal from day one has been front desk is adults. Period. Like that would be my dream world is to have whether that's one adult and one kid, so we still have a high school interaction, but to have 2 high school kids in the winter when there's 100 kids on the gym. Hopefully we get back there minus COVID. It's still a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna say that kids don't try or whatever. It's just a lot to go tell an 18-year-old, a 21-year-old to start following the rules when you're a 16-year-old, 2 16-year-olds sitting behind the desk. It's difficult, but at the same time, where we're at, we don't. There's not really have an option.
As far as the day camp goes, do you hire repeat people to work in day camp?
I've had the same people working day camp for, I think this is third or fourth summer for most of them. One of them is their second. But my day camp is my hours. I'm not getting them as many hours as I would like to this summer because of our numbers and how we're doing things. So I don't know what next year will bring as far as people coming back. But day camp was what we changed last year. We give them a big increase to encourage them to come back. Because they
Do you think college students are on?
yeah, that's who right now I have all college and one TA from school, so they're actually making high school kids right now.
So back to the front desk,
Yep.
level 1. what if you raise the maximum to whatever that number is, it's 13, whatever. That way you have the discretion to pay the high school kids $8 an hour and someone with more experience.
It's just where should that cap be, I think, or where, so like in all, sorry, I'm just trying to see what I have on here as labels. So desk attendant, desk manager, the majority of my, we'll call them adults, I hire as desk managers. So the majority of my older population is starting at the 905 range. So that's kind of how I differentiate it too. Now is 1048 high enough on there? That's I guess okay, but that's that.
What? Well, I mean, if need be, you could also reclassify desk manager as a level 3 or a level 4, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's within your domain as a director. So if that were a problem, she's got a mechanism to address it.
Okay, I was just thinking if we want to address it, address it there. But yeah, if you have the flexibility of giving people titles.
I mean, the hard thing, like level 3, none of those titles refer to the desk.
Right.
Administrative assistant. That's a big
that
category.
as like like a singular, like secretary versus multiple singular. But I mean, yes, you're right.
So I guess the
As long as you guys are good with me, like taking that, whatever, absolutely. I'm good with that. Being able to jump to the next level.
I think it's true.
well,
If you see somebody coming in and you're like, oh, I don't want to lose this one.
Yep,
And then you have to say, well, this is what we're going to get.
yep.
Why do you bring the people out in levels? Why not just have the group of people, and then have your level 1 through level 6, and level 6 is the highest paid, so you may be able to start someone at level 3 to get paid more money that's worth it. You see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying. I guess like the reason we did it that way was just, I guess the working qualifications.
Yeah.
You're kind of categorizing yourself, desk manager at 2, level 2, which they may be worth paying level 3 or something, it's more money. So I guess I don't understand why you're classifying the job in levels where the pay scale should be in levels. So like you want to hire somebody that's worth more money, you start at level 3 instead of level 1.
I interpreted this as a close parallel to in the private sector where you've got pay grades for certain jobs. So the max and the min that a particular job pays is based on the content of the work or the responsibility associated with it. So while she's used level 1 and level 2, I think those are really just, you could read it as group 1, group 2, group 3. Those aren't levels within any one job.
Because we have multiple employees, like there's a lot of day camp people that have done kids or have done front desk as well as day camp. So they definitely have 2 different pay rates. When they're in day camp, there's more responsibility, more whatever. They get paid more. So we have 2 different rates on that. And that, I mean, that are really nice.
And I think what Doug's talking about is something that I'm familiar with. I think because it's more of a government thing where you basically have a title, program planner, and then there's a number that goes after it, which basically correlates to how good you are. So in that scenario, see want.
I mean, so someone that says say yes, someone that say I say no. So like $10 is $10 for bartenders. I know I talked to Jake about that 100 times. She's steadfast on that's what it should be, and I'm good with that. Same thing with $20 for the flip. I don't know that that needs to be changed. Fitness, I don't think needs to be changed. Dating, I don't think needs to be changed. So that leaves us with essentially level 1, 2, 3, and 5. So I mean that's your scale that we're talking about.
Well, and right now, if what would help you have to stop spending so much time on this stuff, other than hiring here you go.
Yeah, I mean that's a great question. My fear is also starting them, you know, at level 5 because their interview is amazing or their application was amazing, and then they aren't amazing.
Then they
scares me. Yeah, and so I guess I like the freedom of being able to start low and being able to do that bigger than 3% jump each year, being able to, you know, do 50-cent dollar, whatever it is, jump
Somebody
once
comes in at that lower rate, and then do they have that day or do you jump them up pretty good then if you see somebody?
It typically, have I done that for front desk staff? No. Am I doing that for Ty coming in? Yes.
You could, it's above that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So my question though is, are we still not getting the people that you want in the door? Because they're coming in and saying, well, gosh, I'm gonna be at front desk and this is kind of a fun money type job for me, but I'm not gonna do it for $8.50 an hour.
I mean, I think the hard part of this is what is the amount, what is the whatever is obviously the follow-up question to that, and that's the hard question I have to answer. So I mean, bringing in Ty, we're getting $15 an hour. Like it's not an earth-shattering number. So to me, he's going to have a lot more responsibilities than some of these people do. So I don't know where that starting point should be.
See, that's where I think that flexibility, if you had your titles out of the levels,
Yep.
because then you can say, okay, we're starting out at level 1, which is $8. In 60 days, we'll do a review. If you do good, we'll move you up to level 3, which is X dollars.
So do you want to rework it like Whitney was saying is, you know, whatever, program instructor 1, 2, and 3, and then different,
Absolutely.
I mean, is that what you're kind of thinking?
I'm trying to make sure we're not causing more unnecessary work for Stacy.
Right.
This is your department.
Yeah,
It's yours to
I don't know
manage.
that, I mean, so unnecessary work, I don't think it's much more work, obviously, we're having people who are doing 90 days, maybe don't possibly increase that, and then July 1 each year, like, I guess, to me, that's what we've been doing anyway, so I guess I'm not worried about more work, I like the idea that there's more incentive to be able to do that, but I think the hard part is something we've been saying for forever, like, I've been in my little bubble and not able to have this freedom, and so it's hard for me to think about this freedom because I haven't had that freedom. And so I think that's my struggle is that we've had to do as much as we can for as little as we can.
So-
that it's hard for me to think outside that box.
How comfortable do you feel with these numbers? And this,
I've always said I don't think we pay our front desk staff enough.
So
that's
that's,
patient. I mean, that's my answer.
I think that's what you're hearing from us, or I'll speak for myself anyway.
Yeah.
I would like to know that when you come to us with a request for this is what I want our pay scale to look like for the next year, that you're bringing us a proposal that you are confident gives you what you need to successfully run that part of the
You've
city.
been there long enough, I mean, you know.
Well, it's not that. I mean, so the way it's always, it's the budget, right? I mean, the way we've always set up the budget, they were the numbers that worked with my budget.
Right.
That's what I was comfortable
You backed into
with.
these
To say
numbers.
that I was comfortable with, that should be how much they would pay, not an accurate statement, so.
Well, I think we've heard from members, and I know at your board meeting that front desk staff issues are common enough, whether it's.
They've been an issue for 16 years.
Right, so I think that we have enough motive or enough information to at least justify trying something. I'm with you, I don't know if the money is an issue or not, but I think with 16 years of background, I think it's probably safe to say,
Absolutely.
How many hours total are there, front desk hours, desk attendant hours in a year?
I have that in a spreadsheet downstairs.
Ballpark?
Uh,
Best guess?
I honestly, give me 2 seconds.
I'm trying to assess the impact if you were to offer another $1 or $2 per hour. What's the maximum impact to the budget?
It's open at 5. Time total.
We're open 5 to 9.
Depending on what time of the season.
14 hours, day, 10 seconds.
Hours. So if you go to $1, you're talking $35,000. Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks. I didn't even use this.
Is that what you got?
No, you said 35,000 hours.
Yeah.
And he said, what would the impact if you raised it by $1?
Be
I said
$35,000.
$35,000.
That's only 1%.
Correct. That doesn't, well, but the kicker is that doesn't take into account the second person our hours also shrink in the summer. And then we don't have that second person in the summer. So usually it pretty much evens out. Plus Ty's hour would be in there, so that's separate. So that would take some away. So we're not talking money. We're not talking a couple $1,000.
Well, this process is here, and as we look beyond this cycle to the next cycle, I can foresee us trying to structure things so that the department heads have got more managerial responsibility, more autonomy to work within a budget, and as a council, we would manage more of the budget. And so, as an interim step, understanding that we're in a transition, right? This is different than it was last year. I would like to know that what you're presenting to us as a request, you feel that you can use that and be successful through the year with it. And if this doesn't represent that as it sits today, then let's not act on it today, and let's ask you to come back with a revised version. Does the council agree?
Yep.
I think with this COVID thing, if she can get by with this year, we're gonna see what shakes out till next year.
Say that again, sorry.
With the COVID thing going on, you lost a lot of income this year. I hate to start, I'd like to know where we're gonna be standing next year before I change things.
Well, yeah, luckily we should know that in 21 days.
We won't know that until we find out how much business we've got.
Well, have we, what's our wedding? Our weddings for July, August, some of them are off.
Yeah, so June and July are kind of hot mess as far as what we're canceling has. But starting in August, I'm just cancel everything's back on.
That's a lot of tournaments, are we gonna get them back?
I have no doubt that.
Well, even if we get the tournaments back, the Premier League said no concessions.
Correct.
So, I mean, we're out
Or
now.
you're talking, I was gonna say you're talking baseball. So baseball on June 20th, we're supposed to have a tournament, for Prairie League. Yeah, we are not hosting it. We had to cancel our other 2 tournaments already. They have already passed. And then the C League is what's left, and those coaches do travel anyway, so they're not super interested. So Peosta is not doing a tournament there. I do have a couple of usual say tournaments coming outside. We will be able to do as long as I can find people. That's been my struggle this summer, is I haven't been able to plan for what's ahead because I didn't know for sure. So I couldn't guarantee people hours when I didn't know if we'd have hours to guarantee that. And so yeah, so I have possibly some tournaments coming up in June, July. As long as I can find staff to actually work concession stands to do it, we should be able to do concession stands on those. But yeah, we will definitely bring in concession less money. So for WD and for Prairie League for July 1, they ban concession stands, so I cannot for those.
But the UAAA,
I can.
you can, because it's not sanctioned by this.
Correct. Correct.
So do we,
And then WD is gonna get back to me the second July 1 hits if we can move it that way.
Because we have that, we set it up to go cashless too.
Correct.
So we can minimize some of that money during. Try that out.
I know, me too. So yeah, so we will get some, but we will not, we're not spending this much either, so, I usually, pay for 3 tournaments a year per baseball team, so that's usually $375 a team, that I'm also not doing because there are no tournaments. If there are any, I might do a couple, but it won't be anywhere near what we usually spend, so some of it will be offset, but to say we're gonna make
with what you got. Maybe we ought to stick to that right now. Or not?
I like what Jim said, come back with what you think, but it's up to us to decide. I don't know.
Well, and so some of it, some of my employees, I mean, I have a few front desk employees right now that are completely on the bubble whether or not they are coming back. So some of that will play into it as well. A lot of the ones that are getting all the hours right now are the summertime ones, so I can agree with your statement on that, but it doesn't truly matter for those necessarily. But as far as looking for the future and like in the fall, we have to hire new people, it's very well a likely possibility that that is going to have to happen. It would be nice to have this is the way we're going to move forward. So when we hire those people, it's kind of set up, is I guess the way I would look at it.
So we could do the part-time resolution, or we could split it, we could use some people effective August.
I was going to say, I mean,
We could figure out.
I mean, at the end of the day, right now, as far as the ones that, like, I already gave Karen kind of my salary resolution for all the part-timers and stuff, to give us time to kind of look at that closer and see how that affects, I guess, isn't the bigger picture is needed. The bigger picture is when we were looking to rehire to get those, like, good employees in the front desk, that's what it would be advantageous to have.
And you can send the salary resolution, it's not like.
So
you know,
then,
if you look at it and you decide June 23rd or July 1st or whatever, that you need to amend that, we can certainly do that.
so yeah, so that'd be absolutely fine.
But we do have to approve the salary resolution for the fiscal year. Before.
So maybe the right action is we approve this as it is, and then as the year goes on, we learn more. If,
That's up to the council.
if you're
but-
finding that there's problems that you could otherwise solve by making an amendment, then we can entertain that.
I'm good with that.
Is that what I just said? Is that the way she asked it?
Yeah, the only thing that was added to what you said is we go with this as is, and then if there's an issue that is demonstrated that we think we can solve by an amendment, then we amend it later. Then this would need a motion, I believe, to approve the resolution setting the wages for part-time, seasonal, and temporary employees.
I'll make a motion to set the wages for the part-time, seasonal, temporary employees.
I said it.
Doug, no.
Kim and I.
John, I.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing.
Time right now, Karen, we'll go to the closed session.
Can we get a motion for that?
Yes, so we do need a motion to go into closed session to discuss department structure in accordance with chapter 21.5 of the State Code of Iowa.
I'll make a motion to go to closed session.
I'll second.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Doug,
Karen, I.
John, I.
Yeah.
All right, we will stop the public recording at this point.
There's our text support right there.
So we are out of closed session, back into the regular city council meeting. Section 7 under administration, ready for a resolution setting wages and salaries for appointed officers and employees of the city of Peosta for fiscal year 21.
I'll make a motion for resolution setting wages and salaries for appointed officers and employees of the city of Peosta fiscal year 21.
Doug, aye.
Karen, I.
John, I.
Kathy, I.
And with no members of the public present, we will not have any additional citizen comment, and I will take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Doug, aye.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Back up, what?
Who made the motion?
To what? Adjourn.
To adjourn. And who seconded it? Sorry.
I did.
Thank you.
Karen, I.
John, I.
Kathy, I.